4 months of videos, lessons I learned, and what's next on my channel. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Audra, and back in November of 2024, I got inspired by DoDash and decided to come in front of the camera for 90 days. You see, I had been sabotaging my channel for over 14 years. For the time that I had my channel, I really could not find the courage to record myself. As much as I tried to come on and do this, I just would have cringe moments. So it was just much easier for me to stay behind the camera and record my animals or my youngest child. But like I said, I had been wanting to do this and found the courage when I got that inspiration after watching a YouTuber by the name of DoDash. If you have seen her, please put that in the comments if you know who I'm talking about. But anyway, I took the challenge on and I started recording either a short or a long form video. And I probably would do that maybe twice a week. Then I would step up my game and try to, because the gurus were saying, the content creators were saying that it'd probably be better just to record one video once a week, one good long form video once a week. So like I said, I studied different YouTube content creators and they all had different ways of building their channel and they all talked about the analytics. So I just consumed everything that I could. I saw different people. I saw the higher end content gurus, content creator gurus like Think Media. And then I came across smaller content creators like Alexa and just Solo and Silver. And I just started, as I started watching more of those videos, I started getting more inspiration and looking and finding smaller channels and that I could relate to. And this is when I really said, I need to really up my game. So I by the time December came around, I really just try to focus on getting either a short in, or I'd work on a live, or I'd work on, I did a lot of cringe videos where, I'm not wearing makeup and just, trying to be in front of the camera. And it just really took a lot of a lot of courage for me to do this. It just, a lot of nerve, I guess, is how the best way I could say it. And then I do remember seeing, that the content creator gurus would say, building a community was another piece of the aspect that was really important to do. And I just kept saying, yeah, I'll definitely build I don't know what that means, but I'll do that. And at the same time, I was trying to get my daughter to get on YouTube. I tried to get my husband and my youngest child. I was telling everybody, hey, I'm watching all these small content creators and they're blowing up. And so I just was on fire about this. So then come January, I really started feeling more confident. I started coming on here a little more frequently, and I saw my numbers really double or even triple in the month of January. And as I started reporting in on my analytics, I saw the growth and I saw my learning curves were improving. And then all of a sudden, middle of January, this is when I actually had a blow. I found out that I had messages from other content creators and I didn't even know, or comments rather, and I didn't know. And I said, oh my gosh, I got to figure this out, and took a week off. Didn't do any content creation, but just trying to sit down and figure out how to sort through a lot of comments that had been apparently, I have been getting contents from other small YouTubers all along from the get-go, and I had no idea. Like I said, I had started sabotaging my channel a few years before, even this past year. I had a lot of videos on my dogs that were just blowing up. I had videos on my parrots, my pets, pigeons, or just different animals. And then I started deleting stuff without, I didn't know how to read analytics. I didn't know what I was doing. So like I said, I really was sabotaging my channel. So anyhow, as each week would go by and I was reporting in on my analytics, I was seeing my numbers go up, and especially in January. And then I saw, wow, I am building a community and didn't realize that I was neglecting the community until, a good friend, that one of the first YouTubers that started following me, which I've talked about her on every video. And so her name is Marisol, and she said, "Hey, I've been commenting on your videos and you haven't responded." And I said, "No, I think you got me confused." And, there was this huge drama about that. But, we did post some videos about that. So she posted on her channel, I posted on mine. But thanks to her, I saw that I had a huge community happening. And hopefully, I didn't lose a bunch of people who noticed that I hadn't responded to their comments. I probably did. I think I did lose a few people. But like I said, I took the challenge on, and there was so many things that I had to learn. And before, killing my channel completely, I felt like, in those 2 months, I did some kind of revival to it. Then I ended up getting sick at the end of the month. My son got enrolled into college, and I just kind of got busy. So it took a while to come back and get back into the momentum. So come February, I was nearing my 90-day challenge, and I felt a little defeated because I saw my stats like go down a ton. And the stats were saying, that I was not performing as I was or I had been in January. So then come 90-day challenge was up, I started seeing, wait a minute, I started really looking and breaking down my analytics, and I saw that what I had done coming and growing from November through December, I was building up momentum. And then come January, I just exploded. And then I had a couple of setbacks. So I did delete a couple of my lives because I had gotten brave to go, gotten the courage to come on and do lives, based on some inspiration by Sienna Singh out of Los Angeles, another mediocre. I mean, she's not huge, but she's definitely one of the bigger content creators that really inspired me to do lives. So then, like I said, once I started really breaking down those analytics, I saw that I was on a row in January, tripled my numbers. February, my numbers averaged out. By the time I got to the 90-day mark, I saw that what I had been doing in February was, kind of balancing out to what I had done in December, the month before. And then come March, I said, I could do this. So ending out February, which, was a short month because of the fact that, we had, 28 days in February. I did start finally building a tribe. I got added to a group of other small content creators, and thanks to Marisol of Daydreamologist. And so then I started seeing, oh wow, there is a tribe, there is a community that I could be building. They all started following me thanks to her, and then I started following them. And now, I guess basically the month of March, this is where I feel my tribe has really started to evolve. And week by week, I'm finding more small content creators. I'm meeting more, more YouTubers. And now I really get the concept of this community building, quote unquote. Right? To wrap up, I have learned so much on these 4 months of personal development, self-growth, and I've met an amazing group of people, and I'm excited. I look forward to sharing more with y'all. I hope if any of this resonated, please like, comment, or subscribe to my channel, and please share. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching.